one is made like you, no one is made like me. Again, the God is eternal. You are eternal. I would like to thank the organization which has given me as a chance to speak about this topic. Now ending my topic, I would like to thank the teacher of my school who has taught me this thing that you are unique and no one is like you. Thank you.
Thank you, Anurag Sharma. Thank you very much. Now Sunanda Nongthombam, Shishunistha Niketan, Class 10. Welcome.
Once again, a very good morning to respected judges and all who are assembled here. I myself, Sunanda Nongthombam, in Standard 10, we would like to represent Shishunistha Niketan, and I'm going to share some points on the topic. The most beautiful world is always entered through imagination. As I'm standing here in front of you, in this very special occasion of the 135th birth anniversary of Helen Keller, I want to go through his life. I want to say that she is a very unique person, and she does things good for not only for the handicapped person but also for the whole world. And she is born as a good child, but after a month of 19 years, she become dumb and blind, and she entered a world of darkness. But still, she has some courage to do in her life, and she was also faced many struggles in his dark world, but she has overcome her struggle by working hard, and she has made her world the brightest of all, and she can conquer anything in the world that the normal person can't does. And she is one which we have to she has entered a world of blindness in her childhood, but she has working very hard to achieve her goal, and she has tried hard. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sunanda. Thank you for your participation. Next is Julia Yambem, same school, Class 10, Shishunistha Niketan. Welcome.
잘못했더니 우지키 토픽도 브라이튼도 브라이튼 하이.
Please stick out the topic clearly so then all can hear clearly. Thank you.
First of all, I would like to wish a very good morning to the panel of judges. and to everyone present here. I myself, Julia Yambem of Standard 10, representing Shishu Niketan, and I would like to speak a few words on the topic. We are not really happy until we try to brighten the lives of others. As we all know, human beings are social animals. We tend to get our strengths from our families, our friends, and everyone around us. We are never really happy until we try to brighten the lives of others. When people tend to get sad, when we offer our support to them, we give them some hope and happiness. Just like what Anne Sullivan did for Helen Keller. Helen Keller was left blind and dead, but Anne Sullivan didn't give up on her, and she tried to brighten her dark life. She gave her hope. She taught her what love was. She taught her to find beauty in the trees. She taught her that to find the beauty in the curves of her little sister. As my friend Anurag has put, Helen was actually jealous of her little sister, but because of Anne Sullivan's help, she was able to realize that beauty was all around us. And just like that, when we try to help our others, when we reach out our hands, we will actually brighten the lives of others. And this is a really essential thing. If we are living alone in this whole wide world and there is no one to help us, we will be only sad. There will be no one to, if there was no one to help us, if there was no such thing called love, family, friends, life would be meaningless. Life is meaningful because of these wonderful aspects of life. And I wish to say that we should try to reach out our hands to everyone. Handicapped or not handicapped, everyone is able. There was a topic which I really like here. It said that a person's capability is not upon it's upon his abilities, and I really agree with that. Whatever people's abilities are, if they can they have the will to do it, they can overcome anything. And if we have someone to help us, if there is someone to hold our hand on the way to our goals, we will always be happy. Therefore, we should always try to reach out our hands and help other people. We are never really happy until we try to brighten the lives of others. When we try to brighten the lives of others, the happiness that comes from it knows no bound. And I would like to say that everyone should be helpful to others. Just like, thank you. Sorry.
Thank you, Julia Yambem. Thank you so much for clarifying the doubt. And I request the judges to be on guard and alert so that any clarification can be made instantly. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Julia Yambem. Next, I call upon Maurice Yankom from the same school, class 9, Shishu Niketan. Welcome. But clearly you said the topic clearly. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I am Maurice Yankom of class 9 from Shishu Niketan, and I am going to say something about on the topic, reflect on people's discrimination against the handicapped. First of all, I'd like to say something about Helen Keller. Helen Keller was an American author, political activist, and lecturer. She was born on 27th June 1880, and by the time when she was 19 months old, she suffered from an unknown illness which the doctor described as an acute congestion of the stomach and the brain, and that is when she became deaf and blind. By the time she was 6 years old, Martha Washington, the daughter of the cook of her house, could communicate with her through signs. And when she was about 7, she has developed about 60 signs, and she's also a social reformer and okay, I'll just get to the topic. Reflect on people's discrimination against the handicapped. The way people discriminate the handicapped, it's not the way we should treat the handicapped. We should treat them more special than normal people, because they need help from us. And suppose that we are handicapped and we get no help, then we will not feel good. So we should reflect on the discrimination, and we should not discriminate people who are handicapped. For the handicapped people, we should do some special things for them. We should organize that's all.
Thank you, Maurice Yankom. Thank you very much. Next participant is Thokchom Sanatoy Singh, Class 10, Johor Navodaya Vidyalaya. Welcome.
Good morning, everyone present here in this very special function. Lucky topic, the most beautiful world is always entered through imagination. Imagination is one of the most important things in one's life. Imagination in every aspect of life, developmental activities, imagination madu pura fail over film the like. Just take for instance, Helen Keller ki imagination na maram orga, ngasi Helen Keller ki magi fame and dignity, ngasi whole world is living am living. Helen Keller, one of the most important thing in one's life is Helen Keller. One of the most important figure in this whole world is also Helen Keller. Helen Keller si deaf blind person ni. Hek poglak pa matam de mahaga si deaf blind person ama oina poglakte. Adubo at the age of mana 19 months hek shubo matam da masi illness Scarlet fever high. Scarlet fever na nav na maram orga magi deaf blind person ama oiraki. Adubo magi imagination na maram orga magi personality du magi ma pa na uv na maram orga mahagna magi institution amada magi Graham Bell's ka oza amaga tanar matungda ngasagi Annie Mansfield Sullivan ga ngasagi Helen Keller gi ma pa gat hire tawra matungda Helen Keller gi ma pa na Annie Mansfield Sullivan bu magi instructor ama oina Helen Keller gi instructor ama oina loki Helen Keller gi instructor ama oina lawra matungda Helen Keller hojik could now read and write braille system and could now understand what the whole world is happening. Haribu pumna magasi Helen Keller ki imagination na maram orga pumna magasi thokifni. Moreover, Helen Keller yamna intelligence leiba amadi high ambition leiba amadi leiba whole world deaf blind person handicapped people amadi common people singbo magi writings na magi influential capacity leiba amadi most personality yamna leiba aduguma miyoyni. As a despite of being a deaf blind person, masi attorney, lecturer ni, social activist ni, political activist ni, moreover suffragist ni, radical socialist ni, amadi yamna handicap ki damakta makhal makha kaya gi thodang singda yamna saunu responsible oina lawkiba adugumba misakamni. Pumna maga city magi imagination na maram orga mangna sakal ruba mangla adugi damakta mangphau na nabagi damakta mangna tawkiba thodang sing aduna maram orga mahag asi ngasi gi whole world is the magi fame and dignity ngasi whole world is the life. Magna graduation magi Redcliffe College taki lower matung da magi khwaidagi oina mana pamjakiba imagination magi main MC karino hai matamda one of the most important person so that she can influence to those who are blind and deaf blind person. blind amasung the blind person sing influence to ngamnabaki adugumba influential capacity leiba adugumba mio amasi magi imagination ni magi aim ni aduna pumna masibo oithongna bigidamta mana Redcliffe College ta ki graduation pass tawra matungda mana Socialist Party of America and Industrial Workers of the World the mahagna member omo oina yauki high river organization asida mahagna yaro matungda 1909 da kina 1921 fawa mahagna organization asida yaro matungda working class sing support toki and moreover 1915 the Helen Keller International likhat ki Helen Keller International asing asigi malnutrition problem na mara morga angang sigi leiriba whole world ki samasya sing asibu thingna ba amadi blind sing asibu preventive measures lau na ba makhoi gi namakta kari karamba education policy semba yai ha du gi namakta ni pumna mang asidi Helen Keller ki imagination mara morga Helen Keller thogan khibdi amadi asigumba yamna mahagna mafam da satuna yamna naha ama oiba taragasu mafam da satuna nupi singi civil rights ki world peace ki women's suffrage ki matangda labor rights ki matangda amadi angang singi labor child labor si masigi against the amadi socialism gi atai atopa similar social causes ki agi maram da mahang campaign ka maram chatki pumna ngasidi mahaki imagination ni aduna mahaki imagination asina maram orga mahaki fame and dignity ngasigi whole world si sakang bani and pumna ngasina international figure ama oirakpa international figure ama oirakpa tanatna mahaki intelligence leiba amadi human society da mahaki dedication for the welfare of the human society gi damakta dedication tarokna maram orga America gi matamatu gi Lyndon B Johnson America gi president mahakbo America ki khwatiki chaurba civilian award presidential medal of freedom mangonda khuchinaki amadi ngasigi whole world sida baki fame and dignity khuchinaki thank you all
thank you Sanathoi Singh, thank you. Next is Nirmalabad High School. The student is Priti Yumnam, class 10. Welcome.
A good sense of joy on this auspicious day to you all, my respected judges, seniors, colleagues, and my juniors. I am Priti Yumnam of Nirmalabad High School, presently studying in the 10th standard. Today, I am very fortunate indeed to get the topic Helen Keller, the Courage of the Deprived. First, let us know who this lady is. She is an American author, a political activist, and a lecturer. Who are the deprived? We need to know. The differently able person or the handicapped person whom we look down upon. They are known as the deprived. But not only this, in many other terms and physiological difference and psychologically, even though they are mentally retarded or physically differently abled, people just look down upon them. Why is this so? We don't need to do like this. Because I won't act any godly here, but this does not mean that we should push them apart. The topic, Helen Keller, the Courage of the Deprived. She was a woman who worked for the female suffrage, the labor, who opposes radical, how to say, socialism, but still she still worked hard to bring equality and I won't say much. I'd like to conclude my speech by saying that we should all become the light to guide everyone in the, who's in the dark so that they can come out in a better way. Thank you.
Thank you, Priti. Thank you very much. Next is Imi Nangayem Haukip, Tiny Tots Unique School, class 10.
Good afternoon to one and all present here, especially the respected juries and the moderator and parents and guardians. Today, I'll be speaking on the topic Action Plans for the Disabled Persons If I Were a Man of Authority. Truly, today, I think we may have all known, we are celebrating the birth anniversary of Helen Keller, who is truly an inspiration for every one of us. The topic is on action plans. If I were given a chance, or if I were given the authority to help these differently abled people, truly I would devote my life for them. Because God made us all for a purpose, and we all need to live a life worth living. And all these differently abled people, I shouldn't say that it is their fate, not that they want to become who they are, but it is what God has made them, and so they also have a purpose, and we can't just discard them. If I were to help them, then I think first of all, those people who have lacked the sense of sight and sense of hearing, they need to be given proper education, or we can help them through providing counselors and all. And we sometimes I think that they may feel discouraged because they are not equal with some other people, or they are not same with their fellow beings. But I think it would be best to encourage them, because even they are also called a human being, and we are also human being. We are both equal. There is nothing different between us and them, because every one of us are unique in our own way, and every one of us are one of a kind. As Helen Keller has said, I see more than the seeing sees. Those people who have the lack of the sense of sight or sense of hearing, or maybe some other disabilities, still they may lack some of their senses, but still I should say that they are unique than us. They are unique in their own way. So if I were to help them, then truly I would devote my best, my life, and in whatever way I can, whether it may be in financial or morally or whatever. Truly, if I were a person in this authority, then I would consider myself as the luckiest person born, because there is nothing better than serving those needies, and especially these differently abled people. We need to feel them. We need to make them feel acquainted with this world in which we are living. And like nowadays, there are many systems of helping them. Like for the blind, the Braille system has come up, and for the deaf, finger readings, and for the also there are many people. There are many systems in which we can help them, or in which we can devote our life to them. So I would like to encourage everyone present here that let us not look down on them, but instead let us make them feel encouraged, and let us make them feel brave, and let us make themselves feel unique, because we are living in this world together. Everyone is equal, whether it is even God made every one of us equal, and even in the eye of the law or whatever it is, we are all equal. So let us try to make them feel acquainted with this world and feel that they are unique in their own way, because always, whatever it is, we are all one of a kind. Thank you.
Thank you, Imi Nengayam Haukip. Thank you very much. Next is from the same school, class 10. Signing Kasim. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone present here, respected jury, my dear friends and parents. I am Shining Kashim. I represent Tiny Thoughts School, and I am here to speak on the topic, we are never really happy until we try to brighten the life of others. Let me repeat the topic to make it clear for you. We are never really happy until we try to brighten the life of others. I think this is a very true saying, a very genuine sentence. Our life is not only about ourselves. It is about living together. It is about how we live in a society. And we are human beings. And the very fact that we help each other, the very fact that we brighten the lives of each other is what makes us human. The very fact that we help another person in need, the very fact that we reach out to the people who are in need, I think that is what makes us human. And the true joy that comes to us, we cannot find joy, happiness in money, in the form of money, in the form of property. But genuine joy, the true joy comes when we reach out to other people, when we help other people brighten their lives, and when other people's lives are better because of a contribution of mine. When we say brighten the life of others, we don't have to help. How do I put it? We don't have to give lakhs of rupees. We don't have to work day and night for them. A simple word of encouragement for others, a simple action of kindness to them, reaching out to them when they are in help for an encouraging word. I think these are the simple ways in which we can brighten the life of others. Wherever we go, we find people in need. We find those people who are discouraged in every aspect of life. And I think when we brighten their lives by a little contribution of ours, our joy will be complete in it. Because we find joy in the good actions of others. And there is a saying, sweet is the help of those whom we have helped. And I would also like to bring light about Helen Keller. She was a source of light, a source of brightening life of others for millions of differently able peoples, for millions of deaf-blind, differently disabled people around the world. She has always been a ray of hope for them, and I think she is immortal in her works of brightening the lives of others, in her work, because she was truly devoted, not only for her selfish cause, but for the cause of reaching out to the people, for the cause of encouraging others, for the cause of those who are in need. Therefore, I think she is really alive in our midst, maybe not physically, but she is immortal in her work, and especially in her work of brightening the life of others. And I think she is looking down from heaven joyfully, because the joy in her life is complete, because she has fulfilled her purpose of life, the purpose of brightening the life of others, of many discouraged people in this world. And therefore, I think I would like to stress this point on everyone. Let us try to make our lives a little more complete, a little more joyful. How? By reaching out to others, by brightening the life of others. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Shining Kasim. Now, if any participant find any difficulty to clarify the spelling, please bring to our notice. We are ready. When spelling goes wrong, ideas goes wrong, we are also not happy. Next, I call upon Saikhom Amarjit Singh, Tanito School.
A very good afternoon to everybody present over here. I, Saikhom Amarjit of Class 10, representing our school, Taintos Union School. I would like to give a short speech on the topic. If Helen was discriminated by her parents. Now let me proceed my speech. As we all know, Helen Keller was born as a normal, healthy child like others, but due to fate, she lost her she lost her loss of vision, and she lost her sense of vision and hearing as the illness scarlet fever, or as we call meningitis, of her sense of vision and hearing, and it is a bad fact, but her parents was always supportive of her, and this is one of the main reasons that have that had propelled her to be one of the most influential person in the world. Though she has died long ago in 1968, but her memories remain embedded in our lives till now. This is due to her tireless contribution to the society, through her efforts and through her strong determination that she would not give up no matter what her ability is. She would not have achieved this kind of achievement if her parents had not given him the force to try harder in her life, and if they had not introduced Annie Sullivan, the tutor who had served Helen as her sole companion, till her death. Annie Sullivan was one of the main reasons which made Helen to succeed in her life. Annie has been the source of inspiration for many discouraged people, as well as for many of us who are normal, because she has achieved something that a normal person cannot achieve. She is capable of achieving something which no one has ever expected her of. We look down upon her as a discarded thing, but she has shown to us that she is more than us, and she has helped many millions of people who have been discarded by the people, and they have been able to rise through her efforts. And that is not a mean achievement. We should not look down upon her, because she says